Hi Minak, we have three types of users: owner, manager, and host. Right now, I am checking from owner view because in owner flow, we have all the access permission. I will also explain you that in manager view, what are the access permission that we do not have. So the first step is that after we step into the system, we need to add a restaurant. And this is from here, from this drop down we can add a restaurant. Either I can put a display name or an internal name for better understanding, or I can simply duplicate restaurant. So if I duplicate a restaurant, it will simply give me the options of the existing restaurant I have, and if I click on the um, restaurant name, it's going to add with a copy with the text. So this is how I can duplicate a restaurant. Okay, so you see, when I duplicate a restaurant, I already get the floor plan and tables of that restaurant. Now what we can do from a restaurant is edit the restaurant information, also edit the restaurant image, delete the restaurant, and I can also set default of any restaurant. So what will happen if I set it as a default? If I load the system, if I make any action like in user sections or settings, so somehow if the system is reloading, it will always load with this restaurant. Also, when first time I will be logging in, it will always start with this restaurant, the default one, until I have selected the other restaurants. So right now you see this is the default restaurant. I selected this one. Now if I reload, it will automatically go on the default restaurant, and with this tick mark I can understand that this is the default restaurant and this is the one that is selected now. Sorry, this is the one that is selected now, and for default restaurant you already have the text. So this is what we have in restaurant management. Now once I have added the restaurant, I need to add a floor plan. So this is the floor plan. I will give the example with this restaurant. Now here I can add a floor plan. I can also edit or delete a floor plan from this drop down itself. So I will add a new floor plan. So initially when I have added a new floor plan, I don't have any wall group. Wall group are basically the border or how the floor plan looks. So for that we use this wall group. Which we can drag then we can combine to make the different shape, or maybe we can split. And this is the selector which we use to select the complete floor plan and to delete the floor plan. This selector we use to delete this floor plan. Now the floor plan has been added. I can switch to any floor plan and check the other floor plan or manage the other floor plan. We have this for the map zoom in and zoom out, and also the reset option at any point of time. You can still manage the floor plan and tables in zoom in or zoom out mode. So this is the floor plan in wall group. Now we have a section upload background image. So what exactly background image used for? Say the floor plan or the wall group. I mean this wall group, this square boxes, they are not giving the exact shape of your restaurant, so you already have a layout designed, and you would like to put these tables on that layout. So in that case we can upload a background image, and inside that background image we can decorate the tables in different place. So that is why we use this background image. Now the floor plan, the tables already covered, and the floor plan and restaurant covered. Now I'm going to move on table section. So in table section you can drag the tables from here from the add tables drop down. They are getting auto numbered. You can click on that table and you can change the table. Say it is a table of 5 people. I want to make a change this table for, it will be still 5 people, but I just change the table to have the capacity of 10 people. So this is the change table option. I can also remove the table, and I can change the rotation. I can just rotate the table just by dragging on this link. Also I can move the position of this table anytime I wish. One thing I would like to mention here in table delete, the system is already intelligent enough that if you want to delete a table and that table already have some reservations, you cannot delete that table. System will give you a notification that there is reservation in this table. If you want to delete this table, please move the reservation in a different table. You will already get the notification for that. So this is so far we have in table section. Now the hour section is we have the 7 days, and the section like breakfast, lunch, dinner, or all day. So let's say a restaurant can be open for breakfast for 8 to 10, and after that maybe it's opening for 12 to 2 for lunch, and so on, like dinner. And if it's all day, simply as example, it's morning 8 to maybe night 10 p.m. like that. So that's why this is the type of the session, and the session start time, end time we have, and what is the reservation length. So the reservation length, like if it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes, in that case the time, say if I started it from 10 to morning 10 to night 10, in that case if the reservation length is 30 minutes, then there will be different time slots created, like 10, then 10:30, then 11, then 11:30, like this up to 10 p.m. We have one section, one important features in our section is that say for usually the time is 24 hours, and if it is post 12 a.m. then we consider it in next day. But in the system, if it is post 6 a.m. in the morning, it will still consider on the same day. So it's like say a restaurant is open from morning 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Then 5 a.m. in the next day, it means it's already more than 24 hours, like that. If you add a time slots like that, 27, 28, or 29, up to 6 a.m. in the morning, it will consider on the same day, because some restaurant used to open till 2 or 3 a.m. at morning, but that doesn't mean it's in the next day, it's still considered on the same day. So that we can still manage from this hour section, and we have used the moon icons for that. The moon icon means these are post 12, so these are the time slots. So I have added session lunch, this is the link, and I can simply click on this, just change this value anytime, or I can just delete it from here. So this is the opening or closing day. In this day the reservation is possible for this restaurant. So this is in hour section. Then in user section we have the option that we can add user and give them access as owner or manager and host.